Up now is featherweight tournament quarterfinal number 3, GENAIR Da Silva Jr. versus Marlon Sandro. This is the 14th career pro MMA fight for GENAIR Da Silva Jr. and the first outside of his native Brazil.
I was born in one of the poorest places in Brazil. I had a choice of going into crime or going into sports. I chose sports. Each obstacle I faced in my life only served to prepare me for this moment. I'm glad I am in the United States, and it's very important to me to make a name here so I can help my family in Rio de Janeiro. Marlon Sandro also comes from a slum in Rio de Janeiro. He comes from a very humble background, like me. He has a strong reputation, and by defeating him, I will be able to show the world what I am capable of.
Marlon Sandro is the former Sengoku featherweight champion and the featherweight king of Pancrase.
I didn't come to the United States to just travel. I came here to win. I come from a poor slum in Rio de Janeiro. We are excluded from society, so we do have to prove to people that we are capable. Regardless of where you come from, you can do anything you want. My inspiration to fight comes from my son. He likes to watch me fight more than he likes to watch cartoons. So I want to make him proud. Fighting for Bellator is truly a dream come true. I'm going to have a chance to take part in the biggest MMA tournament in the world today. GENAIR Da Silva has very explosive kicks. He's a really tough fighter, but I'll finish him as soon as I can. I'm here at Bellator to become champion, and it doesn't matter who they put in front of me, I'll win. I'll be the world champion.
Our tale of the tape is sponsored by Transformers Dark of the Moon in theaters Wednesday.
See the record of Sandro, 17-2, and those fights have been against outstanding talent. A reach advantage for Da Silva. He's going to want to keep Sandro on the outside.
Tonight at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2 now moves to fight number 3 in the quarterfinals of the featherweight tournament. 3 5-minute rounds brought to you by Everlast. Greatness is within. And now introducing first the red corner at 5'7", weighing in at 145 pounds. His professional record stands at 10-3 from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Introducing Junior Pique de GENAIR Da Silva. And across the cage his adversary fighting out of the blue corner at 5'6", weighing in at 145 3/4 pounds. Bringing world-class experience, he enters the Bellator cage with 17 wins, just 2 defeats from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Marlon Sandro. And the third man inside the cage, referee Jorge Alonso.
There you see in the corner of Marlon Sandro, an outstanding 145-pounder, the current UFC featherweight champion, Jose Aldo.
Well, I trained with Novignon down in Brazil. They're an incredible team. That was fun. Difficult, but fun.
Round number 1. Tonight's Bellator Fight Clock is sponsored by Dungeon Siege 3, born from legend to unite a legion.
Both these guys showing outstanding footwork already, staying on their toes.
GENAIR Da Silva Jr. is in the black trunks. Marlon Sandro is in the white trunks. One of these 2 Brazilians will join Ronnie Man and Nazareno Malagari in the semifinal round of Bellator's featherweight tournament here in Bellator's inaugural summer series. This is our 3rd quarterfinal in this tournament at 145 pounds. The U.S. debut and the Bellator debut for both fighters. Sandro, 9 fights in Brazil, 10 fights in Japan. Consensus top 10 or even top 5 in the world at 145. GENAIR Da Silva Jr. saying he has tremendous respect for his opponent. He says, though, that Sandro lacks agility and lacks movement, and that is what he's going to take advantage of to win this fight.
You see Da Silva moving a lot, bouncing on his feet, nice leg kick. But Sandro's landing that 1-2 straight down the center, trying to get through the hands of Da Silva.
Sandro said to us, Jimmy, that he's actually upset to be fighting a fellow Brazilian because he knows that Da Silva Jr. has the same aspirations as he does to come into Bellator in the United States and find success. But he said still, I'm not going to take it easy on my countrymen in this fight.
Nice sharp strikes by Sandro to open up this round. Saw he landed that good left hook. Nice with the right straight, good leg kick.
Chopping low kick really on the ankle there thrown by Sandro.
You saw on the tail of the tape, Da Silva has the reach advantage, but not using it, not really throwing that jab out there. Kind of waiting for Sandro to come in. I don't think that's a good idea.
Sandro definitely known to MMA hardcores in the United States, of which we can happily count many in our Bellator audience. Maybe not that well known to the general MMA viewer. He is big in Brazil and he is massive in Japan.
His only losses are to Hioki and Omigawa. No shame in those defeats.
Sandro enters 17-2. Da Silva Jr. at 10-3.
See Sandro initiating every time. He lands the first strike, that's important.
Head kick there thrown by Da Silva Jr. Referee Jorge Alonso just staying back, letting the action flow.
No need to step in right now. Good right hand by Sandro. Good left hook.
Sandro looking to take advantage. Big shots in the left and the right. Da Silva Jr. is in all sorts of trouble now. The guillotine from Marlon Sandro.
That looks tight, but Da Silva able to pull his head out, but does he have his head clear? He got rocked. Now going for the triangle.
Nice pass there by GENAIR Da Silva Jr.
Now trying to take the back of Sandro, but Sandro just too tenacious. Good spin move, and he's on top.
GENAIR Da Silva Jr. started capoeira at the age of 11 and luta livre at the age of 17. Sandro started capoeira at the age of 16 and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at the age of 17. Sandro does hold the rank of black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Outside trip attempt there by GENAIR Da Silva Jr.
Now the crowd really appreciating this action from both guys.
Head kick there by Da Silva Jr. blocked deftly by Marlon Sandro, then the left and the right, both punches miss.
So GENAIR proved that he has a lot of guts, and he was rocked by that right hand.
Look at Sandro coming forward.
Hitting him with the right again.
Kick there checked nicely by Sandro.
When a fighter is successful with the right hand, especially the lead right, it's usually because that jab hand is a little low of Da Silva. He's finding a spot over the jab hand of Da Silva.
That turns Sandro and he shakes his head.
When you shake your head, that usually means that hurt.
High-paced, very entertaining round number one of this third featherweight tournament quarterfinal.
It's exactly what you expect from two proud Brazilians. Very tough fight.
Kick there by Da Silva Jr. It was blocked, but the crowd still reacted. They heard the foot slap on the glove.
Sandro had a lot of respect for the kicks of GENAIR Da Silva.
Sandro just missed with that windmill right hand. Still Sandro stalking his opponent. Body shot, the left, the right, another big combination.
Just showing everybody, hey, that didn't actually touch me.
Archie Moore-like, slipping the punch by about 1/8 of an inch.
The mongoose, that's a nice reference there, Sean, going way back.
Round number two, featherweight tournament quarterfinal number 3. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
Well, 10-9, Marlon Sandro, more effective with the strikes. You see, he hurt Da Silva in that first round. Not bad, not dominant enough for me to call it a 10-8, but certainly a 10-9 round.
The Brazilian GENAIR Da Silva Jr. is in the black trunks. The Brazilian Marlon Sandro is in the white trunks. Again, the winner through to the semifinal round Ronnie Mann and Nazareno Malagari have already booked their place. Time called by referee Jorge Alonso on the unintentional low blow.
Okay. Good. Time in. Fight.
GENAIR Da Silva Jr. doesn't speak English, but I guess he understood that. I'm okay.
He certainly did. Now Da Silva backpedaling.
Da Silva could have taken 5 minutes there, but he wanted to come right back after his opponent.
See Da Silva getting a little bit wild. That's why we're seeing these little footwork mistakes. He's getting turned around. He's throwing shots a little too wild.
Jimmy, a moment ago in that situation when time was called for the unintentional low blow, if you're in the corner of GENAIR Da Silva Jr., do you tell him take your time, or do you want him to get right back in there?
I think in this case he wants to get right back in there because he's been backpedaling against Sandro in this first round. He wants to get in his face a little bit in this second round. See if he can maybe, get Sandro moving backwards. He needs a momentum shift is what I'm saying.
Bellator Summer Series continues on Saturday night, July 23rd, live right here on MTV2 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. The card from Casino Rama, just north of Toronto, will feature Joe Warren versus Patricio Pitbull 2 for Warren's 145-pound Bellator World title. It will also feature the 2 featherweight tournament semifinal round bouts. One of these 2 Brazilians will be on that card fighting in the Final 4.
Da Silva just having trouble finding an opening. That's been the story of this fight so far. Sandro's been the aggressor. He's found a home for that right hand. Da Silva just hasn't really found a way in. He's landed a few kicks on the outside. That door has stayed tightly closed.
And again, remember, through our Portuguese translator, GENAIR Da Silva Jr. told us that he thought that he would win this fight by taking advantage of what he perceived to be Marlon Sandro's lack of agility and movement, but we're seeing plenty of both from Sandro.
We are. We're also seeing tight, crisp punches. His punches are sharper than Da Silva's.
Nice inside thigh kick there by Sandro.
That's a perfect example. Da Silva swings really wide. Sandro comes in with a nice, tight right hand.
Sandro, again, a lot of respect for his Brazilian countrymen, said that he really wanted to be cautious of Da Silva Jr.'s low kicks. But we haven't seen a lot of those in this fight.
We have not. It's been a lot of boxing. When it comes to the sweet science, Sandro has been a little bit sharper.
You can just see there that GENAIR Da Silva Jr. wants to counter strike. He's not getting off first.
The problem is it's hard to counter strike when your opponent is efficient, throwing straight punches. You're trying to counter with wild shots. They're just too easy to see. You see that? Sandro saw that punch coming.
Swing and a miss with the right hand by Sandro, but he is loading up that big, wide right hand.
I like Sandro's head movement as well. He's not coming in straight. A little bit of that side-to-side head movement. There's a little capoeira.
Very impressive, except that it missed. Definitely got Sandro's attention.
An amazing display, just too far away to actually do damage.
Nice shots on the inside by Da Silva Jr. Capoeira, when you see it in MMA, it's beautiful, it just rarely lands.
It's good to let your opponent know you have something else in your back pocket that he needs to be aware of. Very hard to land, though, against a tight, efficient fighter.
Sandro just nodded to Da Silva Jr. almost to say, come on.
Oh, Da Silva's been backpedaling. Da Silva's been using his footwork, angling a lot, just hasn't been able to get his offense going. Sandro, offensively, much more successful.
Silva Jr. again backing up. Definitely on his bicycle here in round 2. Swing and a miss by Marlon Sandro.
Come on, guys. Come on. Let's mix it up.
But both these guys look like they have a lot of energy, still throwing sharp strikes. Is Sandro. His conditioning looks very good.
Referee Jorge Alonso just said, come on, guys, let's mix it up. But again, Da Silva Jr. and Sandro do not speak English. Still, the intent was there. Closing stages of round 2. An excellent crowd here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. One of the regular venues for Bellator Fighting Championships. This the inaugural night for Bellator Summer Series. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
10-9 both rounds to Marlon Sandro. He's been the aggressor. He's been more efficient. I think Da Silva really needs a dramatic finish in this third round to win this fight.
Oh, on the cup. Time called immediately by referee Jorge Alonso.
Anytime you hear that pop, you know it's right on the cup.
This is the third featherweight tournament quarterfinal. As time is called here in round 3.
Tranquilo, tranquilo. Toma tiempo, tiempo, tiempo.
My Spanish is limited, but I understand tranquilo. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Time. You have time.
Referee Jorge Alonso talking to Marlon Sandro. Trying to communicate.
Bang!
You have a lot of time. 5 minutes if you want. Sandro just takes a few seconds. Good sporting gesture, and here we go in a straight left hand by Da Silva Jr.
Well, will Da Silva change his strategy? He's got to know he's down in this fight.
GENAIR Da Silva Jr. is in the black trunks. Marlon Sandro is in the white trunks.
First takedown attempt by Da Silva. I think he knows he's got to be more aggressive. He has to change things up. He's down 2 rounds to none. Beautiful right hand.
2 unintentional low blows. One by Sandro and then that one by Da Silva Jr. And neither fighter on the bad end of the low blow taking really any time.
Oh, good right hand by Da Silva.
Sandro says, come on. Body kicked in the right hand by Sandro, just missed. The single leg shot by Da Silva Jr. Marlon Sandro pulls his leg free. Pressure by GENAIR Da Silva Jr. See the knees. Sandro looking to turn, can't do it.
Well, Da Silva much more aggressive in this third round. Those takedowns were just an effort to change things up, get something going.
Don't grab the fence.
Jorge Alonso telling GENAIR Da Silva Jr. not to grab the Bellator cage fence. That was a legal knee, but just on the belt line. Time called.
No, no more. Okay, fight.
Emphatic warning there by referee Jorge Alonso. Again to GENAIR Da Silva Jr. Do not grab the fence. You can palm the fence, you can't hook your fingers into the actual links. Feint with the knee there by Da Silva Jr.
Got to pantomime it. Neither one of these guys speaks English.
Jorge Alonso speaks Spanish as a first language, English as a second language, but no Portuguese, which would come in handy for this fight.
I went to Brazil. Spanish will get you through, but some of the words are just completely different. Sandro trying to land over the top of that kick. He's been much more effective in this third round.
So staying much tighter with his punches and in his stance.
Question is it too little, too late?
Da Silva Jr. with one to the body. Not much on that left hand. Sandro with the single leg shot. Both of these fighters proving very difficult to be taken off of their feet. Spinning back kick there by Da Silva Jr. Body kick there by GENAIR Da Silva Jr.
Sandro showing him that was a little bit low.
Bouncing the step of both fighters. Closing stages of this fight. Deep in the round 3 of this third featherweight tournament quarterfinal. Again, the winner through to the final 4. Sandro just missing with that kick.
And once again, Sandro has become the aggressor.
Sandro with the left hand. Body kick by Da Silva Jr. Head kick that was blocked. Nicely done. Waist cinch to the takedown by Marlon Sandro.
Let's see what the 2 black belts can do.
Da Silva Jr. holding open half guard. You see Sandro actually underhooking the leg. Da Silva Jr. trying to throw up hammer fists from his back. The warning there from Jorge Alonso, he thought Da Silva Jr. was going to try to upkick Sandro, and Sandro obviously a downed opponent.
I think Sandro complained. I think that foot brushed against his face. He thought he was upkicked. The referee said keep going.
Again, under the rules of this fight, no kicking the head of a grounded opponent. And that doesn't matter if you're standing or grounded yourself. Both fighters back to their feet.
Good action from both men. Only 10 seconds left. Da Silva needs to get a miracle finish here.
Sandro playing to the crowd, telling his opponent to come on. Da Silva Jr. missing with the left. There you see the banners of the Bellator World Champions on display. Will Marlon Sandro get his own banner? First, he has to get past this quarterfinal round fight and into the semifinals. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
I had 30-27 Marlon Sandro. I thought he took all 3 rounds based on efficient striking.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Judge Barry Luxembourg scores the fight 30-27, seeing it for Sandro. Your second judge, Rick Bay, scores the fight 29-28, seeing the fight for Da Silva. Your third and final judge, Rich Green, scores the fight 29-28 to the winner by split decision. Now advancing to the featherweight tournament semifinals, Marlon Sandro.
A split decision win for Marlon Sandro, but a victory nonetheless, and he is through to the semifinal round. And Marlon Sandro is also with Jimmy Smith.
I'm here with your winner, Marlon Sandro. At the end of that fight, a very close fight, but I thought he was ahead, but he was motioning like he wanted Da Silva to engage him with 5 seconds left. Not a lot of fighters would have done that.
Cara, você, tipo, nos últimos 5 segundos começou de repente a reagir tudo. O que você tem a dizer sobre isso, brother?
Eu respeito. I respect everybody, but I wanna fight here. Is the fight for the best for everybody here.
Now he's on to the semifinal round. What are his thoughts on the rest of the field that has advanced so far? Where does he think he fits in that field of fighters?
Brother, a partir de agora, qual o seu pensamento? O que vai ser, na sua opinião?
I wanna fight for the belt. I wanna as the champion here, the champion. This is the best event all of the world.
We look forward to seeing you fight in the next round. Your winner, Marlon Sandro, ladies and gentlemen.